Nativization of a text is the process of adapting language from a foreign or standard form so it better fits the local language, culture, and social context, making it easier to understand. This includes changing word, expression, and culture references so the text feels more natural to native readers.
The key observation is that cultural familiarity significantly affects comprehension. Nativized texts which use familiar context such as local phrases, food, and accuracy are easier for readers to understand because they connect with their prior knowledge and real-life experiences. In contrast, the nativized text increase cognitive load since readers must process not only the language but also unfamiliar cultural progress. This shows that the main difficulty is understanding a text is not just language itself, but the lack of cultural context. Therefore, adapting text to be more culturally familiar can improve understanding and engagement without necessarily simplifying the language level.
Alright, next we move on to the textual. First one is French fries. We nativize French fries to kerupuk basah. And then we have Europe that we nativize to West Kalimantan. And then we have Belgium which is nativized to Kapuas Hulu. And then we have Pierre Lebron which is nativized to Zikri Kelana. And then we have Mr. Lebron which is nativized to Mr. Kelana. And then we have Belgians, which is nativized to the local. And then we have Potato Growers Association, which is nativized to Local Fishermen Association. And then we have Farmers, which is nativized to Fishermen.
So I will explain about contextual nativization. The first one is potato harvest is nativized to fish harvest. We nativize the word potato harvest to fish harvest because in West Kalimantan, especially in Kapuas Hulu, they mainly produce fish, while in Belgium, they mainly produce potato. The next one is this summer is nativized to this year. Unlike Belgium that has specific seasons, West Kalimantan, especially Kapuas Hulu, don't have. So we can fish anytime. The next one is French fries is nativized to kerupuk basah. As I said before, that Kapuas Hulu mainly produce fish, so that's why kerupuk basah is nativized form of French fries. The next one is very hot summer is nativized to a big wave in the sea around the world. So the text shift from the land that's climate issues, which is a very hot summer, to maritime issue, which is a big wave in the sea around the world. Because we changed the French fries, which is made by potatoes, to kerupuk basah, which is made to the fish. The next one is hot temperatures to heavy rainstorm. Previously, we have already talked about land-based climate change issues and maritime one. Both hot temperature and heavy rainstorm are conditioned, while heavy rainstorm can be main factor of big wave in the sea.
And then heat wave. Heat wave is the nativization of bad weather because the crisis for harvest is caused by heat wave, which is followed by the very hot summer and hot temperature to make the land stop producing the potato greatly, while the bad weather causing the high tide, which make fish harvest a lot harder and decrease the harvest amount. And then lack of rain. Lack of rain is the nativization of a high tide. It is related to the previous heat wave and bad weather. which heat wave is causing lack of rain and followed by the decreased amount of potato harvest, while bad weather in this case is causing the high tide that is followed by the harvest. Then we are continuing to 5,000 eateries of French fries. It's the nativization of 50 eateries of kerupuk basah. It is explained that this amount of French fries eater is nationally and the eater of kerupuk basah is regency. And then the last one of the contextual is largest exporters of frozen fries in the world term is the nativization of largest producer of kerupuk basah term. The range of both statement is different. While the export of frozen fries is globally by Belgium, which is a country, the export of kerupuk basah range is province by Kapuasulu, which is a regency. So, in summary, nativization and denativization are opposite processes that show how languages change through contact with others. Nativization happens when foreign elements are adapted and become natural in a local language, while denativization occurs when a language loses its local characteristics due to outside influence. Together, they reflect the dynamic nature of language as it continuously evolves between the maintaining identity and adapting to global trends. So that's all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.